guys, it's Tracy here from Cheeky Journals. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another process video in my junk journal, and after this session I am just over the halfway mark of this journal, so hopefully I can knock out a few more junk journal with me's and then we can do a flip through really soon, which I'm looking forward to. So as usual, I have pulled out a few supplies from my stash. It's mostly magazine clippings, some ephemera pieces from Tim Holtz, and also a few things from my day-to-day life that pertains to this memory. So what we're documenting today is I bought a few supplies online and it came wrapped in a beautiful package. Loved the business card and everything was just going to fit in so well into my journal. So I wanted to include that, and then we also got a few things for our home and I've taken photos of it and I just want to document it. So that's what we're journaling about today. It happened a while back. I am always behind with journaling, which I really don't mind. So starting off on the previous page that you can't really see now, some of it's peeking out. We're going to go back to it so you would be able to see it again, but I'm just quickly going to talk about that. I have stuck down some Tim Holtz washi tape. And then the magazine clipping that I've stuck right at the top is a floral print with some red and blue flowers. That is from a Frankie magazine. And then I have also added a label from Tim Holtz. So I'm not done on that page, but today I don't have a clear idea of what I want to do. So I'm sort of grabbing things, sticking it down and moving on to the next page, sticking something down and then going back and adding more and going forward and adding more, and it sounds very confusing, but this is basically the process that I'm following today. I'm going forwards and backwards and adding a little bit here and a little bit there until I'm happy with the end result. So I've stuck down this bird image. It's from a Daphne's Diary and it's printed on glossy paper. So I don't know, but my experience with glossy paper is that it never really sticks down properly. So I've added that washi tape across it just to make sure that it's stuck down. But I also love the design on that washi tape, so it's also decorative. And then I have also stuck it across over to the wrapping paper. This wrapping paper is what my order came wrapped in, so I definitely wanted to include that. And although this bird image is beautiful and I can leave it as it is, I wanted to add a few extra pieces. So I've grabbed, of course, a few things from Tim Holtz and I'm adding some washi tape over it. And I'm in the mood to add layers today, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going too crazy. With journaling, you can add as little or as much as you want. It doesn't really matter if you want to go minimal. In those moods some days and I do it, and then other days I'll add a bit more. I think today I'm not going too crazy. It's sort of in the middle, I would say. I haven't added too much. Some days I can add way more, but I want to still keep it simple in a sense. So I've got those photos to the side. These are the things that I've ordered online, and then this postcard is what came with my order. So it's basically the business card of the company that I ordered from. Really love it. And I thought, instead of sticking the photos down as usual, I'm going to use the postcard and add a pocket at the back with tracing paper. I love making pockets out of tracing paper because it's, of course, transparent, so you can still see the background, so I can still see and read all the info at the back of that postcard, and also my photos are peeking through. So I'm going back to this page over here, and I love that butterfly page. Again, I can leave it as it is, but I feel like adding layers today. Not again going too crazy, but I've added a magazine clipping, some washi tape, and then another bird image from a bird book. And I'm going to onto the next page again, grabbing a few things, and I'm just going to stick it down. I'm not overthinking it. So this frame is like a photo frame. I'm actually using it the wrong way around. It's supposed to be turned around, but I wanted to make it a bit more interesting instead of just leaving it like that. I thought it is going to be more interactive if I use the back of it and then sort of close it up, and it's an envelope as well. So my photo is slightly too small for the frame and it's just going to fall through. So I've grabbed my, I wanted to say Frankie, but it's the Flow Paper Lovers book. And I wanted to go for something that's really simple. I didn't want to choose a paper that's got a pattern on because I really love the pattern that's already on this photo frame. So I didn't want anything to compete with it. So I've gone for a off-white paper here. And then I am just sticking that in the frame. So it's sort of like a backing paper and my photo can sit on top of that. And then that just folds up, and I'm going to add some washi tape over it just to hold everything in place. I've got this label from IKEA and I stick it down and it's a little bit wonky, so I'm pulling it off, and then I'm just going to add some extra glue, and hopefully this time I'll stick it a bit straighter. I'm not sure if I've done it, but it looks better. It's okay. And then this stamp is from Tim Holtz, and I'm just going to stamp that at the bottom of the page, but I want to go slightly off the page, so I'm just putting a scrap paper underneath when I'm stamping this image. And then I'm just going to stick my photo frame / envelope over that label. I'm going to leave the top part of the label still open to write something. I thought I'm going to write on there, open me, so whoever reads the journal, it will nudge them to open up this envelope and look at the photos. I think just by looking at it, it's quite self-explanatory and the person would do it, but I thought I would just add that bit there to just nudge them along in case they don't know. Oh my. And then this paper that I'm sticking down is from a website called The Graphics Fairy, which I'm sure most of you would be familiar with, but if you're new to junk journaling, maybe you are not. So it's basically a website with free printables, but there's also some printables that you can purchase, and I think there is some subscription, and then every month they will add extra images. So I've just stuck that down, and I am going to this Maggie Holmes sticker book, and I'm going to stick down the sticker that says this week on the label, and later on I am just going to add the date. I love adding lace. I think it softens like the whole page, it adds extra texture, and it just really brings everything alive. So wherever I can, or whenever I'm in the mood and there's space in my journal, I'll add it. So I've done my sewing around the postcard, and I am just going to tip it in on this page. I'm using a lovely washi. It's got like a red scissors design, as you can see. It's not as sticky as what it used to be though, so I have added some glue off camera, but just to make sure that this washi tape sticks down and it doesn't come loose, I am going to staple it up at the top, and I'm also going to add some extra washi on the bottom layer just to make sure that it's not going to lift up. And then these photos I'm just going to slip into this pocket. I really love how that turned out. And then I'm just going to stick down this ephemera piece, and I'm going to leave a pocket open for some journaling. I'm opening up this envelope and I feel like I just want to add a few extra things to this photo. So I've grabbed another sticker book, but it's not Heidi Swap, it's a Maggie Home sticker book. And I'm just sticking down a label, and then I'm going to go into my Tim Holtz sticker book and I'm going to stick out a word or a sentiment or whatever you want to call it that says our home. And I'm going to go back to my Maggie Home sticker book and I'm going to grab a few plus signs and I'm going to stick that on the photo as well. I love mark making and I just love how that looks. It really just brings it out and brings everything together. And just folding that again, closing it up. I think I'm quite done with that part over there, but I still want to add a few extra things on the left hand side. So I'm going to stick this So Sweet on top of that floral paper right in the middle, and I'm going to go back to the sticker book because I still feel it needs something, and I think I end up sticking a swan at the bottom of that image. I love this stencil and this pattern. I just think it always works, it never fails. So I'm grabbing that with some vintage photo and I'm just going across all 6 pages and adding it in random spots. It's just going to bring everything together, and it also, by adding it across all the pages, it is just reminding me that everything is one memory and it's all just going well together. And then I want to add a few extra pieces on this page because the floral paper at the top, it's got some red and blue in, but I don't really have a lot of red and blue on the rest of this page. So to reinforce that color and just to make everything look cohesive, I want to bring more of the red and the blue in. So I'm stamping out a splatter stamp there with blue ink, and I've stuck a Tim Holtz bird over that. And then to bring in more of the red, I'm sticking down a few red arrow stickers, and I'm going to go back to that blue splatter stamp and stamp it in this corner over here. So I've got 3 blues with the blue splatter stamp and the floral up at the top, and then to bring in 3 reds, I'm sticking down this sticker. I've got the arrows and then I've got the red in the flowers above, and that's sort of like the rule of 3s, and it's just making everything look cohesive and more finished. So I have done my journaling in the spots that I've left open, and I'm done with this spread. I really love how it turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.